And welcome to the DC Everest Softball Complex. My name's Chris Conley, just a few minutes away from first pitch between the DC Everest softball team in first place and the Marshfield Tigers. The Evergreens are playing for at least a share of the conference title today, but it is also senior day, and some of the seniors who don't normally start are getting onto the field at the beginning of today's game. Evergreens come in at 15-2. Marshfield is 8-14 overall. Now, this Everest team had a quality win yesterday. They beat Medford, a 20-win team, in a 2-1 game. Now, that doesn't affect conference standings, but Medford's one of the elite Division II teams, a quality win for the Evergreens, who have been downed only twice this season. They have a loss to Spash in conference, a game where Addison Cluck, their best pitcher, was not available, and that could allow Spash to claim a share of the conference title. Spash will be no worse than a tie for first place if they beat Wausau East, a game that is getting underway right around now. Players, coaches, captains are meeting at home plate. Give you the visiting lineups for Marshfield in just a moment. Marshfield fans, we're glad you're with us today as we're getting down to the closing stages of the high school fast pitch season. It's a windy day. I mean, you look out at the outfield, the flag is still, but we can feel the wind blowing through the press box, which is just up the first base side. The wind that we have here is blowing in today. Let's meet the starting lineups for the Marshfield Tigers. They're in the orange with black numerals and black pants. Shortstop Ashwin Barwick will bat first. Delaney Varsho is in left field and will bat second. Shyla Brogan is the center fielder who will bat third. Catcher Raina Malnick bats fourth. Lydia Garvin is the third baseman who will bat fifth. Maddie Kraus is the first baseman, batting sixth. Seventh is the second baseman, Liliana Ayana. The pitcher is Caitlin Sturweiss, and the designated player is Claire Pierce. Pierce will bat for the right fielder, Lexi Fisher. Again, for the visiting Tigers, Barwick, Varsho, Brogan, Manlick, Garvin, Kraus, Ayana, Sternweiss, and Pierce. It's the batting order for the DC Everest Evergreens. Sydney Spear will lead off and play center field. Carly Serzwinski, one of the seniors who will hit today, she will bat second. And she is hitting for Stacy Przybelski, who is in left field. Batting third for the Evergreens is the catcher, Caitlin Kressel. Mara Meverden, third baseman, will bat fourth. Dakota Witucky plays shortstop and will hit fifth. Taylor Friedel is the first baseman, sixth. In right field, Caitlin Smith gets the start, not a normal starter. Will play in right field for the Evergreens and bat seventh. Kelsey Woolley is the second baseman who will bat eighth. And Kelsey Meverden, the Evergreens' number 2 pitcher, will start the game on the bump today. She will pitch in place of Addison Cluck, who did the yeoman's work yesterday. So for the home Evergreens on senior night, as we honor the class of 2023, Spear, Serzwinski, Kressel, Mara Meverden, Witucky, Friedel, Smith, Woolley, and Kelsey Meverden. Baseball coverage is brought to you by Nicolet Bank, offering personal banking at its best. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicoletbank.com. Stone Innovations says they can give you a brand new kitchen within just 1 week. Countertops, backsplashes, flooring cabinets, and everything else you find in your kitchen. Stone Innovations takes care of it, from fabrication, design, and installation. For your next kitchen or bathroom, look to Stone Innovations in Plover. So, I mean, I like that the seniors on this final home game get to see the field. And you like that as long as you are reasonably comfortable that the Evergreens are going to win, that you're not going to mess up your share of the conference championship. And the Evergreens need a win today. One of the things that's just unusual about this year's Wisconsin Valley Conference softball lineup is that Wisconsin Rapids is a really good team, but they have 3 losses. 2 of them put on them by this Everest team, and Wisconsin Rapids is going to be on the outside looking in for hardware honors today. All right, the Everest starting lineup has been announced, and the crowd here at the softball complex comes to its feet for the national anthem.
Your hats and stand for the playing of our national anthem to honor those men and women who have served our country and are currently serving this land of ours. Ladies, let's spit on those gloves and let's play some softball.
You know, earlier in the season at one of our preseason baseball games, I told the guy who was operating our scoreboard, who looked a little young and maybe a little gullible, I told him if the PA doesn't work, he's singing the national anthem. He kind of puzzled that through for a little while. First pitch, softball between DC Everest and Marshfield when we come right back on Zaleski Sports.
Welding is about strength. The strength of structures and components, fabrications used to support industries and communities everywhere, the creation of something greater than its separate parts. Welders are creative. Their skills set them apart from the crowd. Start with a problem, feel the heat, make the sparks, become the solution. Manufacturing moves the Midwest and the world. Study welding at North Central Technical College.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
We're back at the Everest softball complex. Kelsey Meverden will start for the Evergreens. She's taking her warm-up throws. Let's set the defense behind her. That's Tracy Presbelski, who plays left field for the Evergreens. Sydney Spear is in center, and Caitlin Smith is in right. So seniors make up two of the three outfielders, and this is not a senior-based team. The regular starting lineup for the Evergreens doesn't have any seniors on it. Mara Meverden plays third base. Dakota Witt-Tucky is the shortstop. Kelsey Woolley at second base, and Taylor Friedel at first base. Caitlin Kressel catches, and she'll be receiving from Kelsey Meverden as we're ready for softball. Ashlyn Barwick leads off for Marshfield. Again, we welcome in all of our Marshfield viewers to Zaleski Sports. Jason Zaleski could run for mayor in Marshfield someday. He'd get at least a dozen votes. Evergreens bidding for their share of a conference championship. First pitch is bunted and it's fouled, and we're underway. You can tell the weather's nice when our umpires come out with the light blues. Summer is here today. 75 at first pitch. Windy and blowing in. A ball and a strike. I see on Thursday, as I look through my personal Zaleski Sports schedule, we'll have the Everest baseball game just across the way against Merrill. Baseball team is up in Merrill today, hoping to snap a 3-game losing streak. That's away, 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, what are they asking of Kelsey Meverden here? Throw strikes. Fouled back, 2-2. Now, Marshfield in conference is 4-7, so this is the last conference game. You play 12, each of the 6 teams that make up the Valley Conference twice. 7-team league, so someone's always on a bye. This will complete the conference schedule for both of these teams. Marshfield, 8-14 overall, so they'll be below 500. Just playing spoiler today, or trying to. 2-2 pitch, chased the high one that was an off-speed pitch. Strike 3, Ashlyn Barwick is down on strikes.
Batting left fielder number 1, Delaney Marshall.
Here's Delaney Varsho. I wonder if Delaney is a younger sister of Dalton Varsho. I believe that there are other Varshos in Marshfield. Up high, ball 1. Again, Kelsey Meverden now is going to paw a little bit at the landing spot in front of the pitcher's circle. One ball and no strikes. Fouls that one back. It's 1-1. Yeah, the Evergreens, because this is not their normal lineup, would love to hang up a couple of zeros when Marshfield is hitting and get a couple of runs. You have so much more flexibility with personnel when you're playing from in front on a day like this. It's a fly ball, shallow center. Sidney Spear, regular defensive center fielder, has been solid all season, makes the catch. There's the second out.
Center fielder number 12, Shiloh Brogan.
Because we are a little bit elevated in our press box, the wind is blowing through here like crazy. Enough to be an annoyance for sure. Two outs and nobody on. Shiloh Brogan takes ball 1. Turn the wind down a little bit, and we have a very nice late afternoon in central Wisconsin. It took a while, but summer's finally here. That one slipped, I'm sure. Kelsey Meverden was a couple of feet short of home plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Coming home here, and that's down low too. Three and 0. 2 outs and none on. There's a strike. Not the automatic kind either. A legitimate found the strike zone strike. So that's good to see. A little bit high, and there's a 2-out base runner for the Tigers.
Batting number 16, Raina Menlick.
Raina Manlick, the catcher, bats in the 4 spot for Marshfield and will get a turn with 2 outs and a runner on first. Our game day sponsors, Era Pancakes. Fouled back, strike 1. Era Pancakes, super crowded every Saturday. You want pancakes there? Come early. Merrill Iron and Steel has been a game day sponsor all year, and the Jamie Schley American Family Insurance Agency. Yeah, Era Pancakes, the new diner-like breakfast joint over at Rib Mountain, just barely in Rib Mountain. A good 5-iron away from Weston. They've been the cool, trendy place for a while. Busy at breakfast time. 2 outs, it's a ball and a strike. Coming home, line drive right at the left fielder and misplayed. Stacy Przbelski moved to her left and needed to take a step to her right. It's a double, and a run will come in. All done with 2 outs. Scored a hit, didn't hit her glove. And Marshfield will play from in front, 1-0.
Now batting number 2, Lydia Garvin.
Lydia Garvin will hit. The mission here is to keep it a 1-run game, to strand that runner at second. For the Evergreens, they got to keep Lydia from getting a hit to the outfield, which could bring that runner home. 1-0 Tigers. There's a strike. And again, the Evergreens have to not be worried here. they're going to get their runs against Marshfield. And this is hit, caught, a sinking line drive caught by Mara Meverden at third base. Picked it right up off the shoestrings, and that ends the inning. Marshfield gets a walk and scores that runner on a double to left. It's 1-0 Tigers. The Evergreens are coming up when we come back on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
The Evergreens about to hit for the first time, playing from behind 1-0. Let's set the Marshfield defense behind Caitlin Sternweiss, who is taking her warm-up throws now. Delaney Varsho is in left, Shyla Brogan is in center, and Lexi Fisher is in right. Tigers infield, that's Lydia Garvin at third. Ashlyn Barnwick is the shortstop. Liliana Ayana is the second baseman, and Maddie Kraus plays first. Raina Manlick will catch, and Caitlin Sternweiss is pitching.
Now batting, center fielder number 16, Sydney Spear.
The Evergreens have two players who are the top two hit getters in the Valley Conference this year. They are Sydney Spear, who's going to take her turn at bat now, and Mara Meverden, who hits in the number 4 spot. So a lot of hits for this Everest team. First pitch to Sid is up high, ball 1. We continue to look beyond the outfield where the construction crews are working on the DC Everest Dome. Right now it looks like a giant child sandbox. A lot of dirt's being moved. Spear takes down low, 2 balls and no strikes. When these teams met before over in Marshfield, the Evergreens were 10-1 winners. So you got the Evergreens with confidence to shuffle their lineup and give the seniors a turn here. 2-0 pitch. Popped up down the third base side and over the dugout out of play. We're sponsored today by Whitetail Properties. For the best in recreational or hunting properties in Wisconsin, call Brian Roush with Whitetail Properties. Share your goals. Brian can tell you where and how to make them happen. Call 715-213-4468. 715-213-4468. Smacked foul down the third base side. Coach does the hat dance to stay out of the way. 2-2. Sydney Spear, tough out all season, and hits that one just foul down the first base side. A foot away from extra bases in the corner. Blue was right on that. Moves pretty good to stay out of the way there. All smiles around today. Yeah, the atmosphere around the Everest team's been good. This is hit on the ground to short. Good throw across the diamond from Ashlyn Barwick, and Sydney Spear is the first out of the inning.
Barwick over to Kraus for out number 1. Brings up number 27, senior, Carly Serwinski.
Carly Serwinski, one of the seniors who's getting a turn, will hit here. With all of the Everest softball games, big crowd. I mean, we pack them in kind of close. Our bleachers are a little bit compact, right behind home plate. But this has been a well-supported team all season. You know what keeps the crowds big and happy? Win. Team's got 15 victories this season. Right, the Evergreens are likely to share conference titles today. Stevens Point's playing over at Wausau East. A ball and 2 strikes here. Carly's looking to put something in play. Called strike 3. Carly Serwinski is the second out of the inning. Baseball today, softball, beg your pardon, brought to you by Ag Country Farm Credit Services, a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. Loans, leases, crop insurance, tax, and records. Ag Country has you covered. Ag Country, Wausau, Stevens Point, Marshfield, Medford. Hooking down the first base line and foul. 2 outs and no one on. Marshfield manufactured their run with 2 outs, so why not the Evergreens? Tigers got a walk and a double with 2 down in their half of the first inning. Caitlin Kressel's looking to be the Evergreens' first base runner. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Coming home, took something off. That just missed. That was close. Caitlin will live today to see at least one more pitch in this at-bat. A ball and 2 strikes. Coming home, smacked past the shortstop off the glove of the diving Ashlyn Barwin. That'll be a hit for Caitlin Kressel.
Brings up third baseman, number 14, Mara Meverden.
Only the darkest of hearts could call an error there, right? Right. Callie Ruda comes out to be the courtesy runner.
As the courtesy runner for Kressel. Ruda on first base.
And here's Mara Meverden. Younger people who are cooler and hipper than me know her walk-up music. In fact, I heard it at the Wausau West pop concert on Friday night. We had a great time. My youngest daughter was one of the featured singers. She did great. It's funny, when it's your kid who's doing the performing, you can only part enjoy it and you're part nervous. Let's make sure everything goes well. Everything went just fine. It's a ball and a strike here. The Wausau West pop concert opened with "We Built This City," one of the biggest dogs of a pop song of all time. And this is a soft, sinking ball to left field. It's down. Bobbled for a moment, but the runner will not take an extra base. Yeah, Mara Meverden's been a hit machine all season. Here's Dakota Witucky trying to bring that run in from second base. Dakota Witucky, his first ball swinging and fouls it back over the bleachers for strike 1. Yeah, the thing about going to the pop concert is you realize how old you are because it is pop songs for the kids who are performing, high school seniors. Except one great oldie that they did the Temptations classic, "Can't Get Next to You," and the crowd was up and going. 5-girl duet came out and did a fabulous job with that. Fly ball, this is going to be foul down the left field line and into the neighbor's yard, rolling around near their fire pit. It's a ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs and 2 on for the Evergreens, trying to find a run here in the bottom of the first inning. Dramatic pause while we find a new ball. There we go. I would think JV game to follow ours. This game was originally scheduled for 7 o'clock at night. Strike 3 brings the inning to a close. Dakota Witucky is caught looking at that outside corner. Marshfield's 1-0 lead still good through the first inning on Zaleski Sports.
We said we're growing, and we are. Come join the Crystal Finishing family. We're looking for experienced industrial maintenance mechanics, CNC fabricators, all driver positions for our freight team, as well as skilled and general production. We know the importance of a work and life balance. Our shift options and flexible schedules set us apart. Our pay ranges from $17 to $43 per hour depending on your skill level. We're proud to be a family-owned company that is committed to our community, team members, and the growth of our business. Call or jump on our website to learn more.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 16 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can keep you rolling and growing. Sherrill Tire and Service Center, your locally owned farm tire specialist.
Sherrill Tire and Service, keep growing and rolling with us.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Marshfield sends 6, 7, and 8 in their batting order to hit as we go to the visitors' half of the second inning.
At the plate for the Tigers, number 11, Madison Krause.
Here's Matty Krause to get things started for the Tigers. Off the plate, just enough English to spin into foul territory, strike one. Evergreens, for a lot of their home games, wore their blacks today. It's just too nice to be in black. Green and white tops with the yellow stripe. Good look for the Evergreens. Inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, it's Kelsey Meverden, not Addison Cluck, going for the Evergreens today. 1-1 pitch. Checked her swing, that's a strike. Would have been a called strike regardless of whether she went. 1-2. Up high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coming home here. Grounder to second and past Kelsey Woolley and then past the outfielder. Wow, you know what? Madison Krause could have taken a big turn and been on second base. Scored a hit for Matty Krause. Leadoff runner aboard for the Tigers here in the second. You know, and this is kind of what the Evergreens want to be concerned about. It's not a regular lineup for the Evergreens. Liliana Anaya to hit now for the Tigers. Evergreens, 1-0, no problem. Just don't want to fall far behind in this game and give yourself a hole to dig out of. Looking to bunt here. Runners going down to second and tagged out. Unable to get the sacrifice bunt down, and it's an out on the bases.
Nice throw down by Kressel for out number 1.
Dakota Witucky was covering from short to apply the tag. So leadoff runner erased. Yeah, Ayana offered at that pitch out of the strike zone. Got it up on the scoreboard as a ball. I think that was, in fact, a strike. She swings and misses. We'll go with what we've got. 1 ball and 1 strike here, I think. Fouled back. A ball and 2 strikes. Coming home, hard hit past second baseman Kelsey Woolley. So the out on the bases is a little magnified right now. Marshfield could have runners on the corners here.
Brings up pitcher number 9, Caitlin Sternwise.
Here's Caitlin Sternwise, the opposing pitcher, with 1 out and a runner on first. Down low, good stop by our catcher, Caitlin Kressel. Our fast pitch coverage today is brought to you by Heartland Farms. No one knows potatoes in Wisconsin quite like Heartland Farms. It's a little outside, 2 balls and a strike. With roots in Amherst, now based in Hancock, it's a 5th-generation potato and vegetable farm producing many varieties of chipping potatoes. Currently farming 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. Learn more about the best in the potato business at heartland.farm. Heartland.farm. Pitch short hops home plate, 2 balls and 1 strike. Hit off the plate. Shortstop's got a long throw. Going to get the force at second. That was the right play for Dakota Witucky. Force out on the infield is the second out. Sternweiss, the opposing pitcher, reaches on a fielder's choice. The designated player, Claire Pierce, will hit now. High, ball 1. Marshfield has 3 hits here in the early going against Kelsey Meverden. Hit on the ground to short. Witucky throws across the diamond and brings the inning to a close. The Tigers make a couple of outs on the bases and do not score despite 2 hits. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Marshfield 1, DC Everest nothing on Zaleski Sports.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and 0 premium company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
Taylor Friedel will look to get the Evergreens going here in the bottom of the second. Everest had 2 hits but didn't score in the first inning. Singles for Caitlin Kressel and for Mara Meverden. Ball 1 outside. And the Evergreens use Caitlin Meverden as their pitcher today. Beyond second base, up the middle, leadoff runner for the Evergreens.
Brings up senior right fielder Caitlin Smith.
Here's Caitlin Smith, one of the seniors who's getting a start today for the Evergreens. In a 1-run game, maybe a bunt spot. Caitlin's thinking, come on, didn't get a lot of at-bats this season. Want a chance to hit. And she is indeed given a chance to hit. The bunt is not on, and it's up high, ball 1. So could have been a sacrifice spot, not played that way. Now the bunt is on, pulled back and called a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. We're sponsored today by Crystal Finishing Systems, a family-owned business hiring for their Weston and Mosinee locations. They have openings in manufacturing, fabrication, management, customer service. Up high, 2 balls and 1 strike. Join the Crystal Finishing team. Learn more online at crystalfinishing.com. You probably hear the wind across our Zaleski Sports microphones. It's blowing pretty good. Blowing in today. Squaring to bunt again, pulled back, and it's outside, 3-1. Now the Marshfield pitcher, Caitlin Sternweiss, got to throw strikes here. If the team's giving you an out, you've got to take it. Can't be giving up a free pass in this spot. The count is 3-1. And that is bunted foul. That was going to be a strike. So the count fulls up on Caitlin Smith. Down low, a walk. None out, first and second. The Evergreens have something cooking here in the home half of the second. Here comes Kelsey Woolley. Double O's, double L for Kelsey. She looks to bunt and gets the bunt down. This is going to be a tough play to first, and the throw is wild. A run will score. The Evergreens on a throwing error. Runners are going to come up. A second run will come around and be in. The throwing error cost Marshfield 2. Lydia Garvin's throw from third was up the line and impossible for Maddie Krause to handle. Throwing errors on the third baseman here. Evergreens take their first lead of the afternoon. Still nobody out. Kelsey Meverden to hit. First ball swinging. This is popped up. Is there a play? Nope. Just on the other side of the chain link fence. So the first out is a little elusive in this spot. Up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming home here, that's fouled back. Big cut for Kelsey. We have double Kelseys in the lineup today. Kelsey Woolley, who stands at second base, and Kelsey Meverden, who's hitting now. Call strike 3 on the inside corner. There's the first out for the Tigers here in the second inning. Which brings us back to the Evergreens' top of the lineup. So the Evergreens have a couple of chances still to pick up this runner at second base. Here's Sydney Spear. Spear bounced out to the shortstop, her first time up. Strike on the outside corner. Fouled over the Marshfield dugout down the third base side. Scoreboard says 1-1. I believe that we are 0-2 here. Evergreens have taken the lead on what was going to be a sacrifice bunt, a wild throw to first base. 2 runs came in on the play. Fouled off. One of the things that's, how do the Evergreens pile up so many wins? The Evergreens were a really good defensive team. You see how the Evergreens over the course of this season have tallied runs on opponents' defensive mistakes. And the Evergreens just make fewer mistakes in the field. Huge advantage. Fly ball to center. Coming in is Shyla Brogan. She's in and makes the catch. There's the second out. Senior designated player Carly Cherzwinski will get a chance with 2 outs. Carly's goal here is to deliver a hit, pick up that run from second base. First ball swinging, got a tip on that, strike 1. Inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss, big cut, 1-2. Foul back, so Carly's going to see at least one more in this at-bat. If the inning continues, Caitlin Kressel awaits on deck. Caitlin's got the body armor covering up that part of that left arm and left elbow. I think that's new. Don't think we've seen that before. Carly fouls another pitch away. So Carly's going to get her money's worth this at-bat. Who could blame her? 1-2 pitch again. That time, swing and a miss. Foul back to the catcher's mitt. The Evergreens get 2 thanks to a throwing error, and our new score at the end of 2 innings, now DC Everest 2, Marshfield 1 on Zaleski Sports.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet, and going on now through the end of May, the Spring Tire Plus event, which means huge saving on select tires. $50 rebates, $70 rebates, up to $100 rebates on select tires. Going on now through May 31st.
Defensive change for the Evergreens as we come to the top of the third inning. Stacy Przbelski, who had been the starter in left field, is out. Brooke Brown comes off the bench and will get a start today. So Brooke Brown to left field for the Evergreens. And Jenna Jessen comes in for Caitlin Smith in right. So the Evergreens shift to what is their regular outfield alignment after letting the seniors play for the first couple of innings. Mr. Conley reaches for the magic liquid paper to adjust the scorecard accordingly. Some people keep the scorecard in pencil, but that would imply that you make mistakes. Marshfield sends 1, 2, and 3 in their batting order up against Kelsey Meverden to pitch for the Evergreens. Ashlyn Barwick struck out her first time. Strike 1. Yeah, now that Kelsey's got a lead to work with, the message would, if you were doing some coaching on the bench, throw strikes, stay ahead, no free passes. Lined past shortstop Dakota Witucky. There's a leadoff hit for Marshfield's leadoff batter. Ashlyn Barwick is at first. It's Marshfield's 4th hit of the afternoon. Here's Delaney Varsho. Looking to bunt. Pulls the bat back. Big lead at first base. Runner does not go. We're brought to you by Camping World of Rothschild, just off I-39, with a huge inventory of new and used RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and campers, plus service, repairs, and maintenance to keep your vacation getaway running smooth. Bunt is down. Only plays to first base. Got her by a step. That was a close play at first. Mara Meverden threw a dart over to first base.
Nice throw by Meverden for first. For out number 1.
Tying run moves up to second base. Shyla Brogan walked and scored in Marshfield's 1-run first inning. Treat yourself to memories that'll last a lifetime. Visit Camping World. They're off I-39 in Rothschild. We're 2 weekends away from the Memorial Day weekend? Yeah, summer's upon us quickly. Got to make the most of it. They don't last all that long here in central Wisconsin. Down low. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to Shyla Brogan. Marshfield's well represented here too, up the third base side. Nice to see the parents and fans coming out. Got to be off work a little bit early, right, for a 4:30 game? Or follow it on your Zaleski Sports app and then get here when you get here. Over the head of shortstop Dakota Witucky, and this is going to tie the game. A double for Shyla Brogan.
A double for Shyla Brogan.
Brogan, when they look at the tape of that at-bat, look how she was disciplined, keeping the hands back until that ball, that off-speed pitch, came into the hitting zone. Ties us at 2 apiece. Raina Mandlik hits here, takes strike 1. So back and forth we go. Each team has had the lead, and we're tied 2-2 now. Hit to short. Big hop for Dakota Witucky. Runners tried across to third. There'll be a play there. She's safe. That's the right call, just in ahead of the throw. Second out over at first base. Runner advances with 2 down from second to third.
Brings up number 2, Lydia Garvin.
Here's Lydia Garvin. 2 outs, runner at third base as Marshfield tries to retake the lead. Outside, ball 1. Inside out, off the pitcher's glove. Witucky from her knees, got her! Meverden changed the way that ball arrived for the shortstop Witucky. Witucky down on both knees, gets it across the diamond and gets the out. Score at 1-6-3. If you are scoring at home, we know no one is, but we encourage you to nonetheless. Tie game 2 apiece as we go to the bottom of the third when we come right back on Zaleski Sports.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more fun in your life? Hit the trails with an ATV or side-by-side from Bill's Service Center. At Bill's, your passion is our passion, and you'll find your fun with the latest from Can-Am or Polaris off-road products. When you need more fun, you need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
They've got no stakes. What could they do? Bottom of the third is on, and what's been a back-and-forth affair so far. We're tied up 2 apiece right now. I'm Chris Conley. Marshfield and Everest, fast-pitch softball. Caitlin Kressel will lead off for the Evergreens. Kressel hit safely, got a single her first time up. Heart of the Everest batting order, trying to get the lead back here in the bottom of the third. Strike 1. Stewart Optical at Union Avenue in Wausau has all of your eyewear and eye care needs. Fly ball to the outfield. Well, actually blows into the infield. Liliana Ayana is the second baseman who makes the out. Stewart Optical is open 5 days a week with amazing monthly specials, instant savings on contact lenses, most insurance plans accepted. Schedule an exam today. Stewart Optical, Union Station, Wausau. One out for Mara Meverden, who singled her first time up. She takes strike 1. Little high, 1-1. Yeah, the core of this Everest team, and they're playing for a share of the conference championship today, are sophomores. So the senior class of 2025 is going to be a big thing for the Everest fast pitch program. Up onto our roof, a ball and 2 strikes. A lot of excuses being made up here in the press box. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Inside, 2-2. 1 out and no one on. The Evergreens would love a base runner in this spot. And that's away. The count is full. Our flag here at the softball complex had been wrapped around the flagpole a couple of times and is now untangled. The wind, I would have guessed, is blowing in, but in fact is blowing across the outfield from left to right. And this is a fly ball to center. Moving over, calling and catching is Shyla Brogan. There's the second out.
Brogan with the catch out at center for out number 2.
Dakota Witucky struck out her first time. That doesn't happen often.
At the plate, shortstop, Dakota Witucky.
Witucky was a stellar player in the field for the Evergreens in the last half inning. From shortstop, threw a runner out from her knees, like you see it in the big leagues. Ball 1 to Dakota. Ceremony for our seniors after the game comes to an end here. Inside, 2 balls and no strikes. (2-0) pitch coming. That's inside 2, 3-0. And the Evergreens have a 4-pitch walk and a 2-out base runner.
Brings up number 8, Taylor Friedel.
Taylor Friedel has one of the Evergreens' 3 hits too.
Come on, Taylor.
Fouled back, strike 1. Runner was going. Runner's going again. Big lead. Got to scramble back to first. She's safe. Our infield umpire doesn't have that good a view when he's over in B position there because he's got to work for a call at second base. Called safe really before Dakota's hand got back to the base. So she was going to be safe regardless. We have kind of, what the Monday Night Football crew would have called the reverse angle. We see it from the other side. Dakota was going to be safe regardless. Outside, a ball and 2 strikes. Taylor Friedel needs some contact to keep the inning going here. Bottom of the 3rd, tied up 2-2. Evergreens and Tigers locked in battle. Fouled back. We'll stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dakota Witucky, diving back to first base, has made a mess of the front of her jersey. So team picture's going to need a little touch-up job there. Hit on the ground to second. Second baseman fights through the traffic and gets it over to first. That's a nice play for Lily Aliana to bring the inning to a close. The Evergreens get a base runner but do not score. 3 complete, 2-2 Evergreens and Tigers on Zaleski Sports.
Elite Auto Care is a family-owned business providing top-notch car care to the Schofield, Weston, and Wausau area. They deliver honest and professional automotive repair and maintenance services with quality ASE certified technicians that you can trust. Elite Auto Care offers the latest technology and is equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on both foreign and domestic vehicles. From general maintenance, air conditioning and brakes to exhaust, axle repair, tires, or just a simple oil change. Turn to Elite Auto Care, your local family-owned auto business on Schofield Avenue in Schofield.
Fundraising can be a pain. FundraiseLocal.com is the solution. It's a business based in central Wisconsin that can help your school, club, or city organization raise money while helping our local businesses. FundraiseLocal.com is simple, fun, and great for the community with no door-to-door selling or piles of products sitting around the house. If you are an organization looking to fundraise or a small family-owned business looking for a way to grow by selling your gift cards, products, or services, find out more at FundraiseLocal.com. Shop local, fundraise local, be local.
A significant change for the Evergreens, pitching change. Addie Cluck comes out to pitch here in the fourth inning. So the Evergreens are bidding to shut down Marshfield the rest of the way after Kelsey Meverden worked the first 3 innings. Meverden was reached for 5 hits. Both of the runs are earned. Meverden with 1 walk, which came around to score, and 1 strikeout. Addie Cluck to take over for the Evergreens. The Evergreens call on their number 1 pitcher in this spot. Again, the Evergreens need a win here, and they'll guarantee themselves at least a share of the conference title. Fleet Farm says sign up for Fleet Rewards. Get great deals sent right to you. Plus, you'll earn points on every purchase in-store and online. Sign up now at fleetfarm.com. All one word, fleetfarm.com. Get everything you need in one stop. Get it all at Fleet Farm. Matty Kraus, strike 1, hitting for the Tigers. Swing and a miss. You just see the difference in velocity. Addie Cluck's at a different level than Kelsey Meverden. Fouled back. Stay at no balls and 2 strikes. So the Evergreens, after giving some seniors a start, have kind of reverted to what their regular alignment is. Brooke Brown came in left field, and Lily Jessens in right field. And now Addie Cluck is pitching. This is for sure not the final home game of the season for the Evergreens. When postseason comes, the Evergreens are going to host a few. They'll be a high seed. Down the first base side in foul territory, Taylor Friedel makes the catch.
Taylor Friedel for out number 1.
First out. Liliana Ayana to bat now. Lily hits with 1 out and nobody on. Strike 1.
Number 18, Lily.
A little bit high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, we debate before the game, PA and Zaleski sports announcer, how we're going to mispronounce the names. There's comfort in doing it the same way. Strike at the knees, a ball and 2 strikes. And if that's going to be a strike for Addie, she's going to be unhittable. That was probably a little bit low. Visiting players know that Addie doesn't need any breaks on what's a ball and what's a strike. Swing and a miss. There's the second out. Caitlin Sternweiss, the opposing pitcher, to hit now with 2 outs and no one on. Playing the top of the 4th inning here at the Everest Softball Complex, tied 2 apiece. Foul back, strike 1. Yeah, the Evergreens played Monday fast pitch against Medford, 2-1 win. Evergreens led 2-0. Medford came up with a run in the 6th before the Evergreens got the final 3 outs in the 7th. Only Medford's 2nd loss of the entire season. Fouled back, 0-2. Addie Cluck is bidding for the first 3-up, 3-down inning for either of these defenses. 1 strike away from it here, fouled back. Another one coming for Caitlin Sternweiss, the opposing pitcher. Checked her swing. No appeal. Well, there it is. Ball. A ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Hit on the ground up the middle. No 3 up, 3 down inning. 2-strike hit for Caitlin Sternweiss and a 2-out base runner for Marshfield again.
Sternweiss with a hit brings up designated player number 10.
And even though Marshfield doesn't have a lot of wins this season, there's something admirable about that. Marshfield has been successful with 2 outs. Got their run in the first inning with a walk with 2 outs and then a 2-out double. First pitch swinging is Claire Pierce. Fouls that back for a strike. Tied 2-2, but as we go into the middle innings, the Evergreens again have put in a couple of their starters who were not in the original batting order today. So the Evergreens have some bigger bats who will look to do some damage as we move through the afternoon. It's a ball and a strike here to Claire Pierce. Swing and a miss at the high hard one. Throw down to first, runners back. Fundraise Local says every team needs to fundraise. Keep it local with Fundraise Local. Learn about how your organization can raise money while keeping that money right here in our community. Visit fundraiselocal.com. Shop local, fundraise local, be local. It's a ball and 2 strikes as Addie Cluck is looking to shut down the Tigers here in the visitors' half of the 4th. Addie warmed up like she knew she was going to be pitching today. High and away, 2-2. Swing and a miss. The inning comes to an end. 2 strikeouts for Addie Cluck on in relief. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Marshfield 2, Everest 2 on Zaleski Sports.
For years, our Store Innovations customers told us they love our countertops, but only wanted to deal with one company for their entire kitchen project. Well, we've heard you. So now Store Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen with the same high quality products, selection, expertise we've been giving you for years. And now we can give you that brand new kitchen in just 1 week. After sitting down with our designers, picking out cabinets, countertops, and flooring, it will only take us 1 week to install everything. Store Innovations, new kitchens in just 1 week.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Heading to the Evergreen, number 12, Brookie Brown.
One of the new players who's come into the outfield for the Evergreens, Brooke Brown, is going to take her first turn at bat. I'm Chris Conley. We're at the bottom of the 4th on a windy day, wind blowing in. Should we tell the Brooke Brown story in the Everest win, a walk-off win in extra innings over Wisconsin Rapids? I said 2 batters before Brooke Brown came up that the game's going to end on a home run. And then Brooke Brown made me look really smart 2 batters later. Over in our highlight room at Zaleski Sports, they found that little clip and posted it on our internal website. Makes me look brilliant. Since that doesn't happen very often, we're happy to talk about it here. Brooke Brown fouls that back. No balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, Brooke Brown won the game against Wisconsin Rapids in the bottom of the 9th inning. We played 2 extra innings before she deposited one over the center field fence. A walk-off 2-run homer. And Brooke Brown, off the second baseman's glove, stays with it. That's a nice play there by Liliana Ayana. Brooke Brown hit that on the button. Kelsey Woolley to hit for the Evergreens. Kelsey Woolley, his first ball swinging, flies out to right field. Lexi Fisher's got it. Fisher had that kind of bobble in her glove for a moment. Quick 2 outs for the Evergreens. Kelsey Meverden is going to hit in what would become the Addison Cluck spot. She'll be the designated player in this at-bat after starting as the pitcher for the Evergreens. First pitch is down low. Meverden struck out looking her first time. Popped up on the infield. There'll be a play here over on the first base side that is out of the glove and up against the fence. Maddie Krause couldn't make a play on that. A ball and a strike. From our perch high above the first base line, we've got a great view of the Everest Sports Complex. We just can't see the chain link fence directly below us. 1-1 pitch. It's up high, 2-1. If the inning continues, Sydney Spear gets a turn. Two and one to Meverden. Fly ball, center field. Over and making the catch is Shyla Brogan. A 3-up, 3-down inning for the Tigers. 4 complete, tied 2-2 on Zaleski Sports.
Thank you for helping Abbey Bank become the most highly recommended community bank.
Thank you to all of our customers for helping us be successful.
Thank you for putting your trust in us.
Thank you for your loyalty.
Thank you for helping us support our communities.
We are grateful for customers like you.
Thank you to all of our customers. We hope to see you soon.
Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
To the top of the 5th in a game that's tied 2-2.
Hitting up at the top of the 5th, number 4, Ashlyn Barwick.
Ashlyn Barwick is the number 1 hitter for the Tigers. She struck out and has singled. Takes down low from Addie Cluck. I missed it, but Addie Cluck was actually the second player to hit in the last inning. She hit in Kelsey Woolley's spot and flied out to right. Fly ball on the infield. Foul territory. Is there room for a play? Nope. Mara Meverden ran out of ground against the chain link fence, trying to reach back and make a play there. It's a ball and a strike to Barwick. Evergreens need a win here, assuming that Spash takes care of their business against Wausau East, and the Evergreens will claim a share of the conference title. Strike, a ball and 2 strikes. So I mean, it's nice this late in the season. You control your own fate. Win, and you get the conference championship. Strike 3 on the outside corner. Since coming in, Addie Cluck has struck out 3 of the 4 outs that she's retired. Here's Delaney Varsho. The Evergreens are huddling up, and I wonder if Mara Meverden is okay. Meverden may have injured herself while chasing that foul ball against the third base side. Teammates sense that something's not right and asked for this timeout. Yeah, Mara was trying to make a play up against the fence on a foul ball and reached back across her body like she was trying to backhand that. And Mara stays in the game. There's one out and no one on for Delaney Varsho. Varsho, first ball swinging, fouls that back for a strike. Sutton Transport in Weston is your local family-owned trucking company specializing in next-day LTL delivery and national volume LTL services. Rest assured of getting your freight to its destination safely and timely. Sutton Transport in Weston, fueled by 40 years of great service with a personal touch. It's a ball and a strike to Delaney Varsho. Swing and a miss. Delaney Varsho is late on the heat from Addison Cluck. A ball and 2 strikes. Top of the 5th. So whichever team scores next is going to have a huge advantage as we go to the late innings. It's fouled back. We stay at 1-2. This game was originally scheduled to be, well, sort of under the lights. We were going to start at 7 o'clock today. We moved this game up because the JV field is part of the construction zone for the Everest Dome. Inside hitter. Runner goes down to first base.
Varsho hit by pitch. Brings up center fielder number 12, Shyla Brogan.
So there may be someone who shows up at 7 o'clock expecting the varsity game, saying, hey, what did I miss? Well, it's all on Zaleski Sports. You didn't miss anything. Well, find us on YouTube. See the replay at your leisure. Grounded back to the mound. No, that hit her in the box. So Shyla Brogan a little late to depart from home plate, and it's a foul ball instead of what might have been a double play. Pitcher Addison Cluck was ready to fire over to second base. Hit to second, bobbled for a moment, get the force there, back to first, not in time. 1 out, made on the bases. Kelsey Woolley stays with it. Dakota Witucky covering.
Meverton with a play to get the lead runner.
Yeah, look at this. The Evergreens have shuffled their defense. The play at second base is Mara Meverton. Kelsey Meverton, beg your pardon. Keep trying till we get it right. 2 outs, a runner on. Raina Manlick to hit for Tigers. Strike 1. Addie Cluck has had some traffic on the bases in both of the 2 innings that she's worked. Gave out a 2-out single in the 4th. Hit a batter with 1 out. Throw back down. Safe at first base. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and that's up high. 1-2. Yeah, I mean, if we were to start at 7 o'clock, we would be finishing up just as the sun was setting. We would need the floodlights here. Late swing and a miss. The inning comes to an end. That's the 4th strikeout for Addison Cluck. We're going to the bottom of the 5th, still tied 2-2 on Zaleski Sports.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
Welding is about strength. The strength of structures and components, fabrications used to support industries and communities everywhere. The creation of something greater than its separate parts. Welders are creative. Their skills set them apart from the crowd. Start with a problem, feel the heat, make the sparks, become the solution. Manufacturing moves the Midwest and the world. Study welding at North Central Technical College.
The Evergreens are looking to break a 2-2 tie here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Got a good chance to do it with their 1, 2, and 3 hitters coming up.
Leading off for the Evergreens, center fielder.
Here's Sydney Spear to start the Evergreens off. I'm Chris Conley. Thanks for joining our Zaleski Sports coverage, brought to you by Express Employment Professionals, with locations in Wausau, Marshfield, Stevens Point. No matter where you are in central Wisconsin, save time and find your next employer. Go online to expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. Foundation Finance says now's your chance to work with a company that understands growth. They've grown every year since they started in 2012 with great full-time and part-time positions. Start a job making the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group, and full-time benefits start from day one. Learn more at foundationfinance.com. Ball 1 to Sydney Spear, who's 0 for 2 today. Ground out and a fly out. Sydney thought she got more of her last fly out to center field. Just judging from the body language, thought that ball was going to carry further. This is served out to left. It's a leadoff hit. There's the go-ahead run at first base for the Evergreens. Everest's 4th hit, all singles. Carly Sawinski, who is indeed the designated player in this spot, will probably be asked to lay down a bunt. Indeed, pulls it back, runners going, and she is safe. Ball was bobbled by the shortstop. Ashlyn Barwick looked up at the second base umpire like she thought she held that all the way through. And I think if she did, the runner is out there. That ball looked like it was juggling around in her glove at a stolen base for Sydney Spear, where Marshfield thought they had an out at second base. Look to lay the bunt down again. It is foul. 2 strikes. Yeah, I think we are just about done with the wind for today here. I mean, we're up 1 level, blowing things around. Swing and a miss. Carly Serwinski is 0 for 3. She's just struck out. Runner at second base. Caitlin Kressel will try and pick her up.
Number 20, Caitlin Kressel.
Down low, ball 1. Sinking to center field. Nah, she got under that a little bit and it hung up in the wind. Delaney Varsho makes a catch for the second out. That looked more promising off the bat. Up to Mara Meverden. 1 for 2 today. A hit and a fly out to center.
Heading for the Evergreens, Mara Meverden.
Big spot for one of the most accomplished hitters in the Everest lineup. To center field, got under that too, and it's caught there by Shyla Brogan. The Evergreens get a runner to second, but fail to score. Hey, it's getting late. We're going to the 6th. DC Everest and Marshfield are tied 2-2 on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Marshfield sends 5, 6, and 7 in their batting order to face Addison Cluck. Addie did not start today. Kelsey Meverden, who's now playing second base for the Evergreens, pitched the first 3 innings. Since coming on in relief, Addison, no walks, 4 strikeouts. She's allowed 1 hit and she's hit a batter. Lydia Garvin was robbed of a hit her last time up. Hit hard back to the box, deflected off the pitcher, Meverden, and then the shortstop, Dakota Witucky, from her knees threw her out. Little bit low. 2 balls, no strikes. Again, 6th inning, tie game, and the Evergreens need a win to claim the Wisconsin Valley Conference title this year. Foul back, 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, we are speculating because we don't have the crosstown score, but we're speculating that second place Spash will be a winner over Wausau East. That would give the Panthers a share of the title as well. Fouled back, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fouled back again. Elite Auto Care is where Schofield, Weston, and Wausau turn for local family-owned auto service you can trust. Major and minor repairs, foreign and domestic vehicles. Look to Elite Auto Care, Schofield Avenue, Schofield. 2-2 pitch. Checked her swing at something high, and the count fulls up. Full count? Just outside. Didn't miss by much. Lydia Garvin is a leadoff base runner here in the top of the 6th. Addison gives up very few walks. Maddie Krause to hit. She's 1 for 2, but this is her second time through the lineup. First time that she's facing Addison Cluck, looking to bunt. That's tipped back to the catcher's mitt for strike 1. We heard the ping up here. Looking to put that bunt down. The play is to first, and there's the out. Successful sacrifice. Mara Meverden, who we thought may have been injured earlier, solid throw across the diamond.
Mara with the throw over to first base.
1 out, but the go-ahead run sits at second base now for Liliana Anaya. 1 for 2 today. Her single came against Kelsey Meverden, the Everest first pitcher used today. She's looking to bunt too. Plays over to first with the first second baseman covering. The throw is low, and Marshfield gets a run in on an error. Throwing error brings a run in, and the Evergreens are behind in the late innings. E5. Lot going on defensively on that play. Charging in, the second baseman is covering first, and the throw had to be hustled across. It was low and wild. And that's a walk that has come around to score with the help of an error. The walks just kill you. 3-2 Tigers. And the Evergreens will have the home half of the 6th and then the 7th to try and get that run back. Caitlin Sternweiss has the hit against Addison Cluck. This is a team the Evergreens beat 10-1 earlier in the year. So Marshfield relishing the role of spoiler. Outside, ball 1. Anaya's the runner at first base for the Tigers, who suddenly have the lead late. Hit on the ground, foul on the third base side. Mutual of Wausau Insurance is protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com and find an agent near you. Only 1 out, so the Tigers could get more in this spot. Late swing, fouled back, a ball and 2 strikes. Auto Select of Weston is on Schofield Avenue. They've been providing dependable vehicle repair, service, and tires for 22 years. A 3-year nationwide warranty, free roadside assistance. At Auto Select, you're good to go. That's Auto Select, Schofield Avenue, Weston. A ball and 2 strikes, fouled back, and Sternweiss stays alive. A walk and an error brings in a run for Marshfield here. Swing and a miss. Addison Clucks, 5th strikeout. Claire Pierce struck out her last time against Addie. Pierce is 0 for 2 today. Well, with 2 outs, she's looking to bunt for a hit there. Pulls the bat back, and the pitch is low. Ball 1. Late swing, a lot of English. Back to the first pitcher. Cluck throws her out. The inning comes to an end. But now the Evergreens trail. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th in our new score. Marshfield 3, DC Everest 2 on Zaleski Sports.
We said we're growing, and we are. Come join the Crystal Finishing family. We're looking for experienced industrial maintenance mechanics, CNC fabricators, all driver positions for our freight team, as well as skilled and general production. We know the importance of a work and life balance. Our shift options and flexible schedules set us apart. Our pay ranges from $17 to $43 per hour depending on your skill level. We're proud to be a family-owned company that is committed to our community, team members, and the growth of our business. Call or jump on our website to learn more.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 16 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can keep you rolling and growing. Sherrill Tire and Service Center, your locally owned farm tire specialist.
Sherrill Tire and Service, keep growing and rolling with us.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
We go to the bottom of the 6th, and the Evergreens have a run to find. Dakota Witucky will lead off for the Evergreens. You know what? The Evergreens have to be careful with their approach at the plate here. The wind is almost blowing a gale now straight in. You're not going to hit a home run to tie this ball game up. The Evergreens need base runners. Dakota has walked and struck out. She's first ball swinging, and she pops it up. Shallow coming in is Lexi Fisher. 1 pitch, and there's 1 out. Taylor Friedel has a hit. Evergreens have been getting under balls in the later innings, too. A lot of flyouts to the outfield. Friedel, big swing, strike 1.
Hit it back to the pitcher. Let's go.
I was saying between innings, I'll share this with you. If the Evergreens are who they think they are, if the Evergreens think they're conference champions, you got to find a way to win this game. It's outside. 1-1. Evergreens have won a lot of tight games over the course of the season. They are 15-2. Fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brooke Brown will get her turn on deck. Called strike 3 right at the knees. Second out. Don't look now, but Caitlin Sternweiss, the Tigers pitcher, has retired the last 5. Finding a groove. Here's Brooke Brown. Brown's got power, but 2 outs and nobody on. Up high, ball 1. That's away. Our scoreboard says 1-1. I think the count is 2-0 here. Brooke Brown pops that up, foul over the dugout, out of play. Imperial Industries says when you join the Imperial Industries team, you're joining a family. The leading manufacturer of welded tanks and silos and vacuum tanks and trucks. Apply today. Take advantage of an extensive benefit package, competitive pay, and a family atmosphere. Shortstop moves to her left, and it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Ashlyn Barwick throws across the diamond. So the Evergreens will need to come up with something in the 7th. Tigers 3, Everest 2 on Zaleski Sports.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
Seventh inning is on. Marshfield leads by a run, looking for an insurance run or two here. The top of their order, Ashlyn Barwick with a nice play to end the Everest 6th. Will lead off here in the Marshfield 7th. First ball swinging, and it's a hit. Falls in front of Lily Jessen.
Barwick with their leadoff hit. Brings up left fielder Delaney Varshaw.
Marshfield owns the hit column 6-4. Delaney Varshaw has a sacrifice, was hit by a pitch. Looking to bunt here, pulls back at a ball. Boy, this would be the biggest win of the season for the Marshfield Tigers. They could deny the Evergreens a share of the conference championship. Looking to bunt, she offered it that, fouled it back, 1-1. Delaney Varshaw had a successful sacrifice back in the 3rd. Put a runner into scoring position who would eventually score. That's bunted back, foul 2, a ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner on first, and the Tigers already have a 3-2 lead. Looking ahead to the home 7th, 8, 9, and 1 coming up for the Evergreens. Addison Cluck, Kelsey Meverden, and Sydney Spear. Sound like we got a run in there? Foul ball again, 1-2. Culligan Water says, get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water online at CulliganH2O.com. CulliganH2O.com. 1-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to first. Thought about getting the force at second. No, the right play over there for Friedel is to get the out. That's kind of like a sacrifice. Move the runner over. Shyla Brogan has a double, the only extra base hit for the Tigers today. Beg your pardon. Raina Manlick, who's waiting on deck, had a double back in the first inning, scored a run.
Batting number 12, Shyla Brogan.
Evergreens have not led in this game. Runner at second with 1 out for the Tigers. That's the insurance run that the Evergreens cannot allow. Off the hands and fouled off the first base side. Third base side, strike 1. It's the heart of the Marshfield order. Brogan hits in the number 3 spot. Manlick on deck hits 4th. There's a strike, 0-2. A strikeout to keep the runner from advancing would be great for Addison Cluck. Late swing, back to the pitcher, off her glove. Addie finds it, throws to first. Well, you know what? The first base coach, I think, bought a safe call there. Close at first base, judged safe. Runners at the corners for Marshfield.
Batting, Reyna Medlin.
First pitch to Manlick. Runner takes second. The Evergreens don't throw. So Marshfield thinking about double steal possibilities. Boy, a hit to the outfield could bring in 2 and blow this thing open in the 7th inning. These are the outs that Addison Cluck absolutely needs. Hitter. Bases are full of Tigers. Lydia Garvin has walked and is otherwise 0 for 2. Courtesy runner out for the Tigers. Taylor Weiss. One out. Marshfield's looking for any kind of contact to bring a runner in from third. Here's Lydia Garvin. Strike 1. Boy, with the bases loaded, you need the first pitch to be a strike. Swing and a miss, late on that one, 0-2. Strikeout would be just what the doctor ordered. Double play even better. 0-2, coming home. Just outside, 1-2. You know what? If Marshfield is to hold on and win this game, to be honest with you, Marshfield's played better ball today. Marshfield will be a deserving winner. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Runners do not advance, and there's the second out. So this Maddie Krause at bat could change the complexion of the game. 2 outs, bases loaded. Yeah, it is this at bat that will determine what the Evergreens need to keep the game going in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Maddie Krause, strike 1. Again, most of these Everest starters are sophomores, so this is the pressure spot right now. 0-1 pitch, fouled back. And Addison Cluck is 1 strike away from stranding the bases loaded. Marshfield would be dying for an insurance run in this spot. 2 outs, the count is no balls and 2 strikes, and the bases are full. Coming home just high. You kind of wanted to will that pitch about 6 inches lower for strike 3. Just a little bit above the letters. That's correct as a ball. Fouled back. Got a piece to keep this at-bat going. Maddie Krause is 1 for 2. A sacrifice, a foul out, and a single. Up high again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cluck coming home, fouled off over the roof of our press box. Stays at 2-2 with 2 outs. Evergreens trying desperately to keep this a 1-run game and live to fight again in the bottom of the 7th inning. Another 2-2 pitch. And it's hit to short, got to throw across the diamond, and Marshfield strands the bases loaded. Dakota Witucky throws across the diamond. Marshfield has a 1-run lead, but no more than that. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Is it a time for heroes for the Evergreens? When we come back on Zaleski Sports.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet, and going on now through the end of May, the Spring Tire Plus event, which means huge saving on select tires. $50 rebates, $70 rebates, up to $100 rebates on select tires. Going on now through May 31st.
Bottom of the 7th, and the Evergreens need a run. So are the Evergreens going to share a part of the conference title or not? They trail 3-2 and have not scored since the second inning. The Evergreens have been quiet in the late innings. They are one of their last 10 at the plate. Addison Cluck to lead us off. Leadoff base runner would instantly make things interesting. Caitlin Sternweiss has been a good one for the Tigers today. Her first pitch is down low, ball 1. However this one ends up, we'll be on the field for post-game coverage here at Zaleski Sports. Addison Cluck fly ball. There's room in right field, and it's off the glove of the outfielder Delaney Varsho in foul territory. Boy, that should have been an out. It's a long way to run, but when it hits the glove, you've got to catch that. Ball and a strike. Good teams make you pay for your mistakes. Hit through the left side. The Evergreens have the tying run on board. Addie Cluck singles on what should have been an out in foul ground. How do the Evergreens play this? Do you bunt the runner over to second? Courtesy runner comes out for the Evergreens. Brianna Cook will run here.
Courtesy runner for the Evergreens, number 3, Brianna Cook.
Kelsey Meverden here. Tying run at first base, the Evergreens trailing by 1. Let's see how the Evergreens play this. Looking to bunt, she offers at it and fouls it off. Strike 1. I don't know, there's no wrong way to play this. It's just whether you're aggressive or whether you play a little closer to the vest. Pulls back at a pitch that's high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Evergreens looking to get that courtesy runner into scoring position, trailing by 1, home half of the 7th. So it's the last at bat for the Evergreens unless they can push a run across. Down low in the plate. Big lead. Runner retreats to first base. It's 2 balls and a strike. Down low and inside, 3-1. I mean, the Evergreens are willing to give the Tigers an out, and suddenly Caitlin Sternweiss having a little trouble throwing strikes. Coming home, inside, ball 4. The winning run is on base. Marshfield's played so well, but that's bad there. Can't give up the walk in that spot. Sydney Spears singled her last time up. She's 1 for 3 today. Outside corner strike. Again, Sid's been one of the most reliable at-bats all season for the Evergreens. Do you bunt and put 2 in scoring position here, or let Sidney Spears swing away? 0-1 pitch. And that is served foul by a couple of feet down the left field side. 2 strikes on Sidney Spear. You know what? Doesn't matter. In fast pitch, the good ones can still deliver with 2 strikes on them. What the Evergreens have to avoid is the double play. You hit something on the ground, you got to be busting it on the bases in this spot. Wind, which had been blowing in, is now blowing from right to left. Sidney Spear hits it to second. Flips to second base. There's 1, and that's it. 1 out. The tying run moves over to third base. I don't know, that's a fielder's choice at bat, but still kind of a productive at bat. There's only 1 out. Evergreen sent Callie Ruda up to hit here. Big spot for Callie. Am I right that sometimes the heroes are unexpected? Callie Ruda gets a chance to hit here. Caitlin Kressel is on deck for the Evergreens. Callie Ruda would have something to talk about forever if she delivers a hit in this spot. Runner is going and down to second base. That's the winning run at second. Second and third for the Evergreens. A hit to the outfield could bring in 2 and win the game. Pitch to Ruda, swing and a miss. Callie Ruda waits. Swing and a miss. She tips that and she fouls out after seeing 3 pitches. It all comes down to Caitlin Kressel. Caitlin's 1 for 3. Runners at second and third. Marshfield trying to make a 3-2 lead hold up. Caitlin Kressel off the second baseman's glove. 1 run comes in. Big turn, and the runner's going to retreat to third base. The trail runner made a big turn and slipped and retreated. So what could have won the game winds up tying the game. Caitlin Kressel delivers. The ball game will continue. We're tied 3-3. Kressel drives in a run with 2 outs. Mara Meverden will try and become the first Evergreen with 2 hits today.
Now batting third baseman, number 14, Mara Meverden.
So if nothing else, the Evergreens have done enough to let the game continue. Mara Meverden comes up here in the conference championship at bat. A hit wins this thing and locks the Evergreens into the top of the Valley Conference standings. And they're going to give an intentional walk. Meverden's done so much, this is the right decision. It loads up the bases, gives Marshfield a force anywhere. Dakota Witucky will now try and play the hero. Witucky's got a walk, is otherwise 0 for 2. A hit wins it. Witucky is first ball swinging, and she pops it up into the wind. Center fielder calling and catching. How about we play some extra innings? Evergreens leave the winning run at third base, but they do tie the game, so we play on to the 8th, now tied 3-3 on Zaleski Sports.
No interest in water sports? Biking not really your thing? Want to add some excitement to your camping trip? Need more
Well,
fun in your
the
life?
winning
Hit
run
the trails
slipped
with an
going around
ATV or
third base.
side-by-side from Bill's Service Center.
She
At
did.
Bill's, your passion
Made that
is our
wide
passion,
turn. You see
and
where the
you'll
part of
find
the
your
coach's
fun with
box
the
is
latest from
missing?
Can-Am
Right
or
there.
Polaris off-road products. When you need more fun, you need Bill's.
Bill's Service Center, where the adventure begins.
No pressure on Big Blue. Here we go to the 8th inning, as a regulation 7-inning game was not enough to break a 3-3 tie. Evergreens kept their hopes afloat with a run in the 7th. And you know what? On the hit, which would have brought in the game-winning run, the trail runner made a wide turn at third and slipped and wound up retreating. The runner keeps her footing. This game is probably over. Lily Anaya to lead off for the Tigers. We said earlier, Marshfield's played well, kind of too good to lose. This is a below 500 team playing way above their heads in this one. First ball swinging is fouled back, a strike against Liliana Ayana. I see some people coming out and looking through the fence from their backyards down the third base side. It's nice for having a home here. Up high, 1 ball and 1 strike. I mean, it's better than the old ballparks where you'd have to look through a knothole in the wall, right? And there's a line drive hit. Uh-oh, it's a gapper, going to be extra bases. Got between the left fielder and center fielder, a leadoff double for Liliana Anaya. Her second hit. Caitlin Sternweiss, the opposing pitcher, hits here. Anaya joins the 2-hit club along with her teammate Shyla Brogan. Courtesy runner going to come in this spot? I think so. It's taking a long time to check in a courtesy runner. Courtesy runner is number 6. That's Taylor Weiss, who courtesy ran back in the 7th inning. Both teams had opportunities in that 7th inning. Marshfield loaded up the bases with 1 out. Couldn't get an insurance run in. That was a big moment. Evergreens tied the game but could not win it in the 7th. Looking to bunt here, fouled back to the screen. Sternweiss is 1 for 3. So the Tigers are playing this to try and put that go-ahead run over to third base. Bunt is down. First baseman plays to the second baseman covering. Throw across the diamond. The runner advances. That's Caitlin Meverden, who is covering over at first base. So a 1-4 sacrifice. With 1 out, there's a runner at third for the Tigers. Here's 0 for 3, Claire Pierce.
Batting number 10, Claire Pierce.
Addie Cluck has struck her out once. 0 for 3 for the game, 0 for 2. Bunt is popped up, and there's a gift out caught by the Evergreens catcher, Caitlin Kressel. Here's Ashlyn Barwick. 2 singles, 2 strikeouts. Singled her last time against Addison Cluck. Up high, ball 1. You know, Marshfield's had a little better approach at the plate today. Marshfield's hit more line drives than the Evergreens. Evergreens have got under some things, have been caught up in this heavy wind today. Hit, shortstop, backhand throw from the hole. It's high and safe. And the run scores on a deep in the hole play for Dakota Witucky. It's an infield hit. The Tigers retake the lead 4-3. Nothing really to be done there. Witucky already has a spectacular defensive play. Just hit well to her right, 2 steps and an impossible throw. Delaney Varsho takes ball 1. Tigers retake the lead in the first extra frame, 4-3. Boy, the Tigers, for a below 500 team, they have not folded their tent, not a bit in this game. That's outside, 2 balls, no strikes. So the Evergreens again will need to come up with a run. Ball is hit to center field, caught by Sidney Spear to bring the inning to an end. Can the Evergreens come up with another run? They trail again 4-3 going to the bottom of the 8th on Zaleski Sports.
For years, our Store Innovations customers told us they love our countertops, but only wanted to deal with one company for their entire kitchen project. Well, we've heard you. So now Store Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen with the same high quality products, selection, expertise we've been giving you for years. And now we can give you that brand new kitchen in just 1 week. After sitting down with our designers, picking out cabinets, countertops, and flooring, it will only take us 1 week to install everything. Store Innovations, new kitchens in just 1 week.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Welcome back. This is Chris Conley. Marshfield had a 1-run lead in the 7th, couldn't hold it. Now they have a 1-run lead in the 8th. Run came in on a ball that was not hit out of the infield. Dakota Witucky 2 steps to her right, but too deep in the hole to throw across the diamond. Runner from third scored. Taylor Friedel is 1 for 3 today. Nothing like a leadoff base runner for the Evergreens here in the 8th. Evergreens let some of their seniors play the first couple of innings, but that really has not affected the outcome of this game. The Evergreens put in some of their starters in the 3rd. The game was tied 2-2. 4-3 now, bottom of the 8th. Evergreens need a run. Taylor Friedel against Caitlin Sternweiss. Up high, ball 1. Down low, 2 balls and no strikes. Again, Caitlin Sternweiss got to know you cannot give up a free pass, clinging to this 1-run lead. So Sternweiss has to throw a strike. Let's see what Friedel can do with it. Down low, didn't miss by much. Call that a strike? Yeah, 2-1. I saw that a little differently. 2 balls, 1 strike here. This is fouled off, 2-2. Senior night for the Evergreens. A loss and being denied a conference championship would kind of sour the mood a little bit, you think? Counts even, 2-2. Pitch. Serve to center field. The Evergreens have the tying run on board again. Leadoff hit for Taylor Friedel. That was one of the few times at the plate for the entire game that I've liked the approach to hitting. Friedel kept her hands back and just did what she needed to do with that hit. Brooke Brown to hit now. The sacrifice appears not to be on. Pitch is up high, ball 1. Evergreens need that tying run at first base to come around and score to keep this game going. They're trailing by a run in extra innings. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. I don't know, is Sternweiss feeling the pressure a little bit? She's been behind the batters that she's faced so far in the 8th. Hit off the pitcher's glove, loose in the infield, they're not going to get an out. Winning runs on first base. Hit hard back up the box, it's an infield hit. Back-to-back singles to open the 8th inning. Again, the pressure is still on the Evergreens. They have more to do here.
Batting number 2.
Addison Cluck. Cluck had the perfect game 2 back against Merrill and tweeted out thanking her teammates for doing everything. Addie's looking to bunt. Puts that foul down the first base line. I have in my memory bank the game that we played down in Wisconsin Rapids against Stevens Point. Addie Cluck had a late double into the gap. Put the Evergreens on top for good. So Addie can wield the bat in this spot. 0-1, looking to bunt again. The bunt is down. Play to first base. Got her. Dug out of the dirt. Tying run moves to third. Winning run moves to second. So the Evergreens put their faith in Kelsey Meverden and Sydney Spear. 1 out. The run at third is the critical run. The Evergreens need to keep this game going. And Marshfield is learning even in extra innings, you got to get all the outs. First ball swinging, fouled off on an inside-out swing. So tell me how this one ends. Down low, a ball and a strike. Evergreens trail by 1. There's 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Runners at second and third. Hit to the outfield could win it. Kelsey Meverden was the starting pitcher in this game. Left with the game tied 2-2. Up high, 2 balls and a strike to Kels. On a hit to the outfield, immediately zero in on that runner at second base, the runner that could win the ball game. Boy, that was one to hit and foul back to the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Marshfield plays the infield back, so a grounder to second or short would tie the game. Tipped and held by the catcher. It's a strikeout. And the Evergreens are down to their final out. Here's Sydney Spear. I think they're going to give Sydney Spear the intentional walk. They are. Callie Ruda has to bat. She struck out her last time up. This is one of the downsides of the Evergreens playing their seniors and an unorthodox lineup. That instead of having your regular number 2 hitter, someone like Kelsey Woolley who would normally be hitting here, you get Callie Ruda. Ruda's capable, but this is a big spot. First ball swinging and fouls it back for a strike. The possibility of a conference championship comes back to Callie Ruda. There are 2 outs. 8th inning and the bases are loaded. Come on, Callie. Fouls that one back. Marshfield is 1 strike away from a huge extra inning upset. Coming home at 0-2. It's down low. 1-2. Ruda lays off a pitch that was out at the strike zone. A hit to the outfield probably wins the game. Marshfield's trying to make a one-run extra inning lead stand up. A ball and 2 strikes, swing and fouled back. Windy afternoon in the 70s throughout. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 down in the 8th. And there's a hit! The Evergreens score 1, the Evergreens score 2. A conference tying hit for Callie Ruda with 2 outs. The Evergreens come from behind, and their first lead of the afternoon is on the final at-bat of the game. Ruda drives in 2 and is in the improbable heroes role today. 5-4 final score. And with the come-from-behind win, the Evergreens share no worse than the conference title, depending on what Stevens Point is doing against Smash. Big hit for sophomore Callie Ruda as the Evergreens shock Marshfield 5-4. And you know what? Evergreens in a never-say-die mode, trail by a run in the 7th, got the game tied up, trail by a run in the 8th, and bring in 2. Our final score, 5-4. Congratulations to our co-conference champions, the DC Everest Evergreens. Down on the field, I think Callie Ruda's going to tell us how it happened when we come back on Zaleski Sports. Nasonville Dairy postgame show is next. Fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, and online, NasonvilleDairy.com. A happy recap for the Evergreens. They come from behind in 8 and beat Marshfield 5-4 on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
It's a never-say-die win for the Evergreens to claim a share of the conference championship. Down by a run in the 7th, the Evergreens tied the game, sent it to extras, and won it in the 8th. I'm Chris Conley, post-game coverage of a 5-4 victory. Coach, we were saying good teams find ways to win that game.
That's good teams fine. I mean, we figured it out. We knew that we had to lean on every single person, and we had to do the little things right in order to get that team win. And I'm happy and proud for our girls.
And the Evergreens had a chance to win that in the 7th. That game-winning run slipped coming around third base.
Yeah, and you know, it happens. It's okay. We got to control what we got to control, and then we got to move on.
And I thought, to the team's credit, very within themselves, even though there were a lot of high-pressure moments here, the Evergreens answered in all the leverage situations in this game.
We talk about composure. We can't get ourselves too hyped up because we know that mistakes are going to happen, and we just got to relax. Everybody's going to be in a situation like that. Stay composed and see if we can get the job done.
Coach, I know it's been just a couple of minutes, but put getting a share of the conference title in perspective for this team. I mean, they're so young, and yet they played at such a high level this year.
I mean, it's a start. This is a start for the group that we have here, and hopefully we can continue to take this and continue to do some good things.
Right, it's athletics. You want to be greedy. Congratulations, Coach. Great season for the Evergreens today. Callie Ruta's the hero, and the hit came with 2 strikes. Tell us about the game-winning hit.
I don't know. I was pitched it right where I wanted it, and I took it, and I drove it where we drove in 2 runs.
Now, of course, you have no idea, because it was an unusual lineup for senior day, that you're going to be batting in that spot, that you're going to be in the number 2 spot in the lineup. You struck out the earlier time. I thought with 2 strikes, that was a nice piece of hitting.
Yeah.
Tell me about the team, because the team plays with so much confidence. I mean, the team didn't have a lead in this game until your hit to walk them off.
Yeah, well, we've been through this up and down since we were young, so that's...
So a year from now, you'll be telling the story of that game-winning hit. It was a big one. Congratulations. Go get into the team picture that's taking place there. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Callie, hang on for just a moment. Because you can look up there and give us your name and say, I'm in the house, because that's going to be a highlight.
I'm Callie Ruta, and I'm in the house.
Thanks a lot. Congratulations.